Here's your wrestling news for April 22nd, 2021, and if you like what you're watching, smash that like button and give us 1,000 likes or more. And your headlines for today include, yet another WWE star is taking some time off. The television's awful. CM Punk honestly discusses the current WWE product. Released WWE star locks down name, starts a new podcast. Why Dana White is taking legal action against Jake Paul and Triller. Why Seth Rollins is worried about a released WWE star. Former World Heavyweight Champion confirmed he wants to make WWE comeback and reveals why. Karrion Kross opens up about real-life relationship with Scarlett. AJ Lee to co-write 47 Ronin sequel with Lucifer star. Becky Lynch endorsed top Smackdown Superstars initiative, and more. We're starting this video with Io Shirai, whose 304-day reign as NXT Women's Champion ended at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Returning to the gold brand this week, Shirai was interviewed by Beth Phoenix, and when asked what's next, the former champion made it sound like she's taking some time off. Promising to rest her body so she can return and take back the title from Raquel Gonzalez, Shirai was interrupted by Frankie Monet, as the pair engaged in a comedy segment which ended with Shirai saying she likes cats, not Monet's dog. After a 304-day reign, it makes sense to give Shirai a break, especially as NXT has seen a recent influx of female superstars join the ranks. And while she's made it clear she'll be back, NXT has time for other names to establish themselves in the women's division Shirai dominated for close to a year. We've got some huge news from WWE, as ever since Ronda Rousey departed WWE following her WrestleMania 35 loss, the company has been adamant that she'll return one day. But whatever WWE has planned will now have to wait 9 months. On YouTube, the former Raw Women's Champion appeared alongside husband Travis Brown and announced that she's pregnant, and the pair are expecting their bundle of joy this September. Rousey's original WWE contract was set to expire this month, and while it's been rumored that she may have signed an extension or her initial contract has been frozen, she won't be making it to the ring anytime soon. It's no secret that Rousey has been wanting to start a family for a while, and her plans to become a mother has been a talking point during her now 2-year hiatus from the ring. Strangely, Rousey and Brown later deleted the video, though it's likely this was done so they could edit it and will re-upload it later. In a statement, WWE congratulated Rousey and Brown on their happy news, and we'd like to echo their sentiment and send our congrats to the happy couple on the newest addition to their family. CM Punk's last match in WWE took place in January 2014, and though he's teased returning to the ring in the years since, it doesn't sound like it'll be in WWE. This week, Punk was doing the media rounds for his latest horror movie, Jacob's Wife, when he spoke to Sports Illustrated about a possible WWE return. Punk didn't mince his words about the company and wrestling as a whole, saying, "The way the wrestling business is now, it's wacky. You've got WWE who has multiple billion-dollar television deals, and the television's awful. I go back there, I'm just another guy. And it's not even that, I'd be just another guy that's doing not good television." Speaking about a return to wrestling outside WWE, Punk said that though he gets a lot of offers, he turns down 90% of them, but will listen to a fun, quality wrestling product if it's sent his way. At 42 years old, Punk still has some possible years left in the ring ahead of him, but whether the Chicago native ever returns remains to be seen. One man who will never walk away from WWE, even if some fans hope he does, is Vince McMahon, who remains the ultimate decider in all WWE matters. Though he loves control, McMahon has a list of pet hates a mile long, and on the latest Monday mailbag, former WWE referee Mike Chioda revealed yet another of the boss's pet peeves. He explained, "That's one thing that he does not like. When you roll out, just mess with the ref and roll back in. Usually, he wants someone to roll back in the ropes and go back out the other side. You know, especially if a wrestler or two wrestlers are outside." Chioda explained that breaking the referee's count by rolling out and back in the ring was old school, which may explain why the boss doesn't like it. Compared to sneezing and nodding, hating wrestlers breaking the ref's count doesn't seem that odd for the chairman, but it's unlikely that McMahon will change his ways at this point in time. Now last week, Chelsea Green was released from WWE alongside 9 other superstars, but she's not wasting any time in making plans outside the company. According to Heel by Nature, Green filed a trademark for her own name on April 15th, the day she was released by WWE, and also filed for the term hot mess for merchandise and entertainment services. WWE has their own filing for the Chelsea Green name, but for their filing to go through, it'll require written consent from Green herself, and we doubt she'll be willing to comply. Though WWE filed for the name last September, they have until August 16th to get permission from the former superstar, and that's not all on Green's plate. On Twitter, the former Impact Knockouts champion announced her new podcast, 50 Shades of Green, has been recorded and will be releasing on August 26th. It'll be interesting to hear what she has to say after the first episode launches, and given that it'll drop after her 90-day non-compete clause expires, fans can expect a tell-all by the former superstar. We're taking a break from WWE as Jake Paul, the brother of Logan Paul, made headlines by knocking out Ben Askren at the recent Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. But UFC's Dana White isn't happy. Speaking to Yahoo Sports, White threatened legal action against Paul and Triller, claiming that they were continuing to try and make deals with UFC fighters who were already under contract. White may have a good case for contract tampering if he can prove it, as following his upset victory, Jake Paul has a long line of MMA fighters, including Daniel Cormier, who want to fight him next. The UFC president is obviously unhappy with the tactic Triller and Jake Paul are taking to find his next opponent, and will provide more details on this situation as it comes. Perhaps former WWE superstar Hornswoggle could be Paul's next opponent, as he's set to make his boxing debut this Friday against Jeremy Smith at Rough and Rowdy. This'll make for an interesting watch, but one person who's not expecting a Swoggle victory is his old friend Seth Rollins. Speaking to Barstool Sports, the former Universal Champion referred to Swoggle's opponent as a little Brock Lesnar, saying that Swoggle, who he called by his real name Dylan, doesn't look great. Rollins added that Jeremy Smith is known for knocking guys out in 1-minute rounds, and said that he fears for the safety of the former Cruiserweight champion. When he was told that there will be no protective headgear for the match, Rollins admitted even he wouldn't want to fight this guy, and is clearly scared for the former WWE superstar. From one of WWE's smallest superstars to one of their biggest, as Mark Henry has once again made it clear that he's not done in the ring. When speaking on Booker T's Hall of Fame show, the two legends discussed Henry's rumored WWE return, and the world's strongest man explained his reason for wanting one last match. "I quit before I had a last match, before I waved to everybody. I did not get that match where you go and pay tribute to the fans and you go and wrestle somebody that's up and coming, that's talented, and you give them what we call the rub. I didn't do that, and I feel guilty." It wasn't too long ago that Henry said he'd love to induct NXT UK champion Walter into the Hall of Pain, and if Henry wants to show his worth whilst putting someone younger over, we can't think of many opponents more suitable than the Austrian powerhouse. One name rumored to return as well is Kurt Angle, as the Olympian started his professional wrestling career in WWE in 1999, but that nearly didn't happen. Speaking on his podcast this week, Angle revealed that prior to signing with Vince McMahon, WCW approached him with an offer, but he was told to reject it from an unlikely source. He said, "Somebody called me and said if you want advice, call Ric Flair. So I called Ric Flair. We started talking about wrestling and I said, would it be smart to go to WCW? He said, hell no, no way, they're not going to use you right. You go to WWE, Vince will take care of you. Don't come to WCW. What makes this warning even more shocking is that Flair was working in WCW at the time, and even he knew that coming to the promotion was a mistake. By 1999, the hype for WCW had died down, and WWF were consistently beating them in the ratings, so it's for the best that the Olympian took the Nature Boy's advice and made his impressive WWF debut that November at Survivor Series. More from NXT now as Karrion Kross once again sits on top of the gold brand as the NXT champion with Scarlett by his side. Not only do the pair work together on screen, but they're also a real-life couple, and in an interview with Sports Illustrated, Kross spoke openly about their relationship. The NXT champion said that the night of his injury that forced him to vacate the title the first time, that Scarlett was researching the best methods of recovery, and that this was just part of her going the extra mile to help him recover. From helping him with ice to driving him to Wendy's for a Baconator, Scarlett did all she could to help him out. And though we doubt Kross was thrilled to have to vacate the NXT title earlier this year, his time away from the ring was filled with constant support from his real-life girlfriend. We've got news from WWE's corporate side as the company has made a couple of big hires. It's been announced that WWE have hired Chris Legentil as the new Senior Vice President and Head of Global Communication, and Scott Zangeli as the new Head of Revenue Strategy and Development. In 2015, AJ Lee retired from wrestling to focus on other projects, and after a wildly successful memoir, the former superstar is taking to screenwriting. This week, Deadline announced that the former Divas champion has signed on to co-write the sequel to 47 Ronin, the 2013 Keanu Reeves film about a group of samurai who set out to avenge their fallen master. AJ will be joined by writing partner Amy Garcia, best known as Ella Lope in Netflix's Lucifer, and Jamie Batista in Showtime's Dexter. The pair have worked together in the past writing the comic series for Glow, based off the Netflix series of the same name, and it'll be interesting to see how the former Divas champion fares when this new film releases at some point in the future. And we're ending today with Becky Lynch, who's been missing from WWE TV for close to a year, but took to Twitter this week to share her support for Sami Zayn. On social media, Zayn promoted his new Dancing Sammy t-shirt, which is available from Pro Wrestling Tees until April 26th, and all profits will be donated to his Sammy for Syria campaign, bringing essential medical services to the area. On Twitter, Lynch was seen wearing the shirt that shows off Zayn's recent dance moves when he welcomed Logan Paul to Smackdown, saying it's her new favorite shirt, and praised Sammy's charitable efforts. Though he may be a heel on screen, Zayn is one of WWE's most charitable performers, and hopefully the man's promotion helps raise some serious funds for the Sammy for Syria campaign. News for today, please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.